Joining us, Senator Jon Barrasso, Republican from Wyoming. Mr. Senator, the left thinks they've got you on the run. Your response?
Well, there is a bipartisan committee that is working, a select committee on intelligence, to look at the whole issue of Russian interference in the election. We know they interfered in the election in the United States, but also in England, also in France, also in Germany, and we know what Putin is. He's a thug. He's obviously very cunning, opportunistic, aggressive. We're going to get to the bottom of this. The American people deserve answers, and I'll tell you they're going to find them. And also, of course, there's a special counsel looking into the whole issue of Russian involvement in the election.
We hear there is a possible deal on taxes. Taxes on the wealthy within ObamaCare stay, but taxes at the federal level for individuals and businesses are cut. That's tying together the taxes within health care reform and the tax reform deal. We hear that this is a possibility. How about you?
Well, we need to do tax reform. That's one of a number of things that is very important to me. It's about lower rates and a simpler program, and that's what we need to do with tax reform. The health care bill is next up. You're right. We remove all of the taxes in the health care proposal that actually contribute to the increasing cost of insurance. That's what people are worried about, the higher cost of premiums. We're committed to getting those premiums down.
We do hear from a Freedom Caucus member, a House member, who says, okay, we can live with the taxes on wealthy people within Obamacare, keep them, so long as you cut taxes at the federal level for individuals and businesses. That is the makings of a deal, isn't it?
Well, it certainly is. The question is, if you keep those taxes, as you talked about, in the health care law, it's how is that money used? I look at this whole thing. I think the federal government spends much too much money on everything across the board. So there are a number of us that would like to eliminate all the taxes. If you can't eliminate all of the taxes of Obamacare, do you use some of that to actually help deal with the deficit and the debt? So that's all part of the discussion. Right now, the focus for me is actually getting rid of Obamacare, replacing it with something that works better. That's what I wanted to do when I was a doctor, not just go back to the old ways, but to find a better system for the American people in terms of the cost, in terms of the availability of insurance, so people can get the care they need from a doctor they choose at lower costs. That's what we're focused on right now.
Senator, I've got a few seconds left. You're right in the middle of these discussions. Can you handicap it for me? What's our chance of getting both Obamacare repealed and tax cuts?
Well, I think it's important that we do both. There is an urgency about both, and I'm committed to doing both.
Okay. Senator Barrasso, look, thanks very much for taking time out. Very busy day, and you're in a tricky position. I understand.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Senator.